You know, in Nigeria, we like to act as if everything is not our business. As long as Sabinos can produce content and content creator can, all those kid guys, they can make funny videos and you can find something funny to watch on the internet. Everything is rosy and dandy. Now, I've made several videos talking about Trump's tariff and how it affects you. Maybe the English is too much. That's why I'm sounding like this now. But guess what? In today's video, I am going to talk about 4 ways that this Trump's tariff can affect your life directly in Nigeria here. What people don't know is that this world is so interconnected financially due to the global financial system that is being used. And of course, everybody is tied to the dollar. This whole world is connected. What is happening in America is affecting you here in Nigeria. Whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, it affects you. So, number one way that I'm going to discuss 4 ways that this Trump's tariff is going to affect you. And number one way is for the tech bros and tech sis. Those of you, you know, one of the best things is as long as you live in Nigeria, you can get one remote job. You know, maybe the company is in America, the company is in Europe, is in China, is wherever. The company can be anywhere. And, you know, you get all those remote jobs. Those are the kind of things that Nigerians like, right? Those remote jobs, some of them, they'll begin to cut now. You're not going to have those remote jobs readily available. The reason you might not why you might not have those remote jobs readily available is because there is widespread global uncertainty. And the World Trade Organization, WTO, where our sister, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, is the director, has now projected that global trade is likely going to shrink by 1%, a whole 1%. Now, if global trade is going to shrink by 1%, what that simply means is that a lot of companies are going to fall off. You don't know what's going to happen to your company. So a lot of companies are going to now be looking to protect themselves and guard themselves. So guess what they're going to do? They're not going to be hiring as much. They're going to be looking to cut costs. And one of the ways that companies cut costs, labor costs is one of the biggest costs that companies have to bear. They want to shave that off. And that could be your remote job, just gone like that. You know? So, you know, companies that, you know, hire remote workers and all of these things all around the globe, they're likely going to cut costs. Now, there is also one thing. There's this thing, AGOA, agricultural, I'm not sure what I have the full meaning of that here on my screen, on agricultural stuff like that, right? So now what that agricultural thing has done is that it has granted duty-free access to over 6,000 products from eligible African nations. Nigeria exported 6.29 billion worth of goods to the US in 2023, mostly crude oil. Now, if Trump decides to scrap this AGOA, or impose tariff, Nigeria's oil revenues has already, because we're already suffering from low production. You know, the oil in Nigeria, you know, maybe some people, they say the oil is being stolen, whatever is been happening to the oil, we don't know. But what is happening is that we are short on production in terms of oil. So most likely, we are seeing that the oil prices, we are falling short on production. Oil prices are dropping. Oil prices are dropping. And right now, if tariffs are now imposed on goods and services and products coming from Nigeria, that is going to also be a further blow. And this could even now further shrink how much we are getting. And what is that going to do? That is going to affect how much we earn as a nation, how we're able to pay our debt. And guess what is going to happen to our currency? The dollar is going to go up against the naira. That's the second thing now. Now, there are foreign companies and foreign investors that are coming to Nigeria to invest, right? So a lot of these investors, let's just say some of these, venture capitalists that are coming to Nigeria, they finance your tech bros, they come into Nigeria, they finance these companies, there are plenty of these guys. And there are plenty multinational American companies that come to invest in Nigeria and, of course, in Africa. So, for instance, a company like Procter & Gamble, Pfizer, Coca-Cola, these companies have long operated in Nigeria. But if trade tensions continue to escalate, these companies could pull back. These investors could pull back. And if they pull back, what is going to happen? We're going to have very, very serious cases of job losses here in Africa. Here in Nigeria, I am living in Nigeria, so I'm talking about Nigeria. We're going to have serious cases of job losses. And mind you, the manufacturing sector, which is where you have Coca-Cola, these guys and all these things, they contribute 32.58% of our GDP. If this number falls short and we have a falling in the agricultural export that we're able to pull, and in terms of the oil we're able to export and sell to America, if we fall short in all of these areas, our economy is going to shrink, and more and more people are going to slip further down into poverty. And one more thing, guess what? Nigeria imports $10 billion worth of food annually. If we have these trade tensions continuing to increase, what that is likely going to do is that it's going to send the prices of food through the roof. It's going to send the price of food, prices of drugs, price of all these things. They are going to get far more expensive. And it's really sad that our government is not talking about how to address these issues. I just watched a video this afternoon. The Prime Minister of Singapore, or the President of Singapore, he was talking about how Singapore is going to move to address these issues and how they are going to prepare and plan as a nation so that they don't fall off. That's what we're supposed to be talking about. But you guys are too occupied with entertainment in this country. I don't even know, like, I can't even get it. Like, why? Yeah, everybody is always moving from one entertainment to the other. You're not tired of entertainment? You're not tired of laughing? What is there to laugh about in this country? These are very, very serious issues. So, anyway, away from the rant, if you are a businessman, I'm telling you, whatever dollar you can lay your hands upon, I mentioned this earlier, whatever dollars you can lay your hands upon right now, buy it, because this thing is going to get really messy. If something is not done to retract all of this going on right now globally, it is going to get really, really messy. So I'll tell you, hold whatever dollars you can, because eventually we're probably likely going to have less dollars. The CBN is not going to have as much dollars to be able to sell out, because recently I think the CBN governor sold out about $121 million worth of dollars at the price ranging between 1,495 naira to 1,500 and something naira. So trying to keep the dollar within a certain range. Of course, the CBN is still intervening within market forces, so ultimately the dollar is not really floating. So and right now the dollar traded to 1,600 naira. I mentioned it several weeks ago that whatever dollar you have, hold it very well, and if you can buy more and keep. And I'm still saying the same thing right now. Today is today is April 8th, if I'm not mistaken, 2025. We don't know how bad this is going to get, so all of us, we have to prepare for the worst. And of course, one thing I'll tell you, cut down on lifestyle costs. Only deal with things that are absolute necessities. And I sincerely hope that we can all find a way to navigate all of this. So also ultimately, those are brothers and sisters that are in the US that are able to eat Nigerian food. Some of you might not be able to get Nigerian food to eat this period. And we can't blame anybody. It's Trump. So like the video, share, subscribe if you've watched it all the way to this end. Bring educational content here, and I'll be more than happy to see you on the next one. Cheers.